Hey Astra Kids, and welcome back. And in today's video, we will be talking about this full moon taking place on June 24th. So this will happen within the sign of Sagittarius within the Mula nakshatra. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. So up on the screen here is the chart for this full moon in Sagittarius. This will be taking place at 9 degrees 18 minutes, falling here within the nakshatra of Mula, which is all about our roots. And so this is huge as we have been caught within this eclipse season that started off with a full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio and has taken us to this new moon solar eclipse in Taurus. And here we are with a full moon in the Mula nakshatra. Huge in terms of diving deeper and facing internal conflict. Once again, we started with that energy of the full moon lunar eclipse that sat with K2, and now here we are in a full moon that is within a nakshatra that is controlled by K2. And so this energy of K2 of going deeper into the truth, of facing fears and conflicts, of going into the past, the unknown, this energy here that is the co-rulership of Scorpio is huge at this time of this internal transformation and change that we are all going through collectively. And with this full moon here in Sagittarius, this is all about taking us to the root of these difficulties and challenges. This is once again happening in this Mula Nakshatra, which is symbolized by roots, digging deeper, getting to the root, getting to the foundation of what is really happening. And so this is a huge time of exploring and going within yourself internally. Great time for meditation, great time for reflection through this full moon here in Sagittarius, and great time for releasing as well, as a full moon is always a huge time of culmination, but especially with this being within a K2 controlled nakshatra. K2 is all about endings and completions. This is a huge time of releasing and letting go of the past, paving the way for a brand new future to come. So, this is the huge theme of this full moon here in Sagittarius. No aspects that are taking place. This is happening within the Gemini Navamsa, so within that third pada of Mula. And so, this is all about the details, the information, the knowledge of digging to the root, investigating, looking within. And so, especially at this time, any practices along the lines of journaling, carrying a dream journal, writing down your thoughts is huge for bringing in these memories, for bringing in this information that will help you to dive deeper into the root of everything. And so, anything along the lines of writing, of communication, of once again tapping into this deeper knowledge, of getting to the deeper meaning of everything that is happening within your life at this time. This energy of Sagittarius giving a very deep and philosophical understanding where this is about the truth, the meaning, the purpose that is all behind your life patterns. And so, once again, this is a huge part of this eclipse season that we are caught in that will conclude as we shift forward into the month of November. A lot of learning, a lot of exploring to do within this full moon here. So let's go ahead and jump into the horoscopes. And as always, I am doing this from the Vedic astrology, not from tropical Western astrology. So this is according to the true position of the stars in the sky. And along with that, Vedic astrology focuses on the moon sign instead of the sun sign. And so for your horoscope, it's important to look at it from the moon's position, as the moon is representing your mind. That is how you think, how you feel, all of your behavioral patterns and cycles that are all being affected through the moon sign. And so that is a very important point to read your horoscope from. Along with that, I include the ascendant or rising sign, which is all about your physical life experience, the lesson, the experience of why you've come into this existence. So I always recommend that you are either reading this from your moon or your ascendant or both. So let's go ahead and jump right into the sign of Aries. And of course, as always, Aries is the universal sign, as it is the original first house of the natural zodiac. So for those of you who have an Aries moon or Aries ascendant, this will be a full moon taking place in your ninth house. Big opportunity to learn, to grow, to adventure. With this ninth house here, you may experience a connection towards a guru, a mentor, an elder who is giving you guidance at this time. This is also a huge time of journeying and exploring and gathering information on your own through this ninth house as well. For those of you with a Taurus moon or Taurus ascendant, this will be a full moon taking place in your eighth house. And so there's a lot that is happening here in terms of going through these deep internal transformations, these psychological transformations and phases within your life. Remember that that eighth house is already a zone of crisis and sudden events. And the moon is very much inconsistent and changing constantly, which is putting you through various different changes, especially at the height of this full moon, which is the most powerful phase of the moon. A lot of emotional discord and challenges centered around changes and sudden events that can take place here for those of you with a Taurus moon or Taurus ascendant. For those with a Gemini moon or Gemini ascendant, this will be a full moon taking place in your seventh house. And so, huge focus that is centered around relationships. This is a big time where any relationship matters that are not serving you are going to fall away. Once again, we have this strong K2 influence here within this Mula nakshatra, where this is a point of completion, of ending, of concluding, of explosions with this K2 influence. Here, this is also a big time of understanding what was the root cause of the ending or completion that is centered around relationships. Digging and getting to the foundation, getting to the root and understanding it is helping you to leave this pattern or cycle in the past to move forward into something better. For those of you with a Cancer moon or Cancer ascendant, this will be a full moon taking place in your sixth house. And so this is a big time of dealing with conflicts and difficulties within your life, taking care of the responsibilities through this sixth house. And this is a big time of a closure or ending that is centered around a previous conflict and difficulty within your life, where this is a big time of closing and settling matters and agreements within your life that are no longer serving you. And once again, using this full moon to get to the root, the understanding of what caused this difficulty to begin with, and evaluating that, analyzing that, using that to move and navigate towards something better. For those of you with a Leo moon or Leo ascendant, this will be a full moon taking place in your fifth house. This is a great opportunity for you to use your skills and talents. This can be a big time of finding some completion and closure within a project, within a task that you have been working towards at this time. And this can be a great time of gaining a lot of attention, a lot of popularity through your creativity, through your knowledge, through your skill sets. For those of you with a Virgo moon or Virgo ascendant, this will be a full moon in your fourth house. And so this is a big time of coming inward within yourself and coming into a space of peace of mind. Through this full moon, the imagination, the intuition, the internal peace within yourself will be heightened through this full moon. But this is a huge time where you are gaining a lot of deeper insight into the roots and the foundation of your life and how everything is intertwined, and those patterns and difficulties that can be worked through and improved through this full moon. For those of you with a Libra moon or Libra ascendant, this will be a full moon taking place in your third house. This is a great time to look at your opportunities, your business, your communication that is happening within your life, and looking at those areas that need improvement and work. But also, this is a big focus centered around your siblings and your familiar connections. We talked about with that lunar eclipse full moon how there was a focus centered around your family and your early upbringing, and looking at those different past scenarios and difficulties in the early upbringing, and looking at the things that need to be cleared and worked through. And through this, we're seeing this same pattern show up again through the third house, especially for those of you who are having these connections with siblings from your early upbringing and trauma that is centered around that. Once again, this whole nakshatra of Mula is all about digging to the root, getting to the deeper understanding. For those of you with a Scorpio moon or Scorpio ascendant, this will be a full moon taking place in your second house. This is all about going back to the past, going back to your experiences, and looking at all of the things that need to be worked through and improved, and looking at your problems now and how they are compared to the root cause of what is happening within your life. So there's a lot of deep evaluation, a lot of exploring of the past and getting towards the foundation, especially with this happening within the foundation star within your second house, which is the foundation of the chart. This is a huge moment of getting to the deeper understanding of your life in general. For those of you with a Sagittarius moon or Sagittarius ascendant, this will be a full moon in your first house. This is a huge moment of emotional tides and waves happening within your life. With this full moon taking place in the first house, you can receive a lot of popularity, a lot of attention, but this also brings a lot of mood swings and a lot of deep emotion with this first house being activated. That first house is you. That is your mentality. That is your physical body. That is the expression of who you are. So this full moon coming in here is greatly affecting your personality and how you are interacting with the world. This is a huge time of focusing on your emotions and how you are expressing yourself. At this time, you may come off as more nurturing, as more receptive, as more intuitive with this activation of this full moon, giving you a great deal of understanding as how to work through changes within yourself. For those of you with a Capricorn moon or Capricorn ascendant, this will be a full moon within your 12th house. And so this is especially a time to look deep within yourself. Meditation, self-reflection, digging within, looking within at a deeper level is huge at this time. This is really heightening your intuition and your imagination and your internal world with this activating that 12th house. Really big time to look internally within yourself. For those of you with an Aquarius moon or Aquarius ascendant, this will be a full moon taking place in your 11th house. You can get a lot of support at this time through your friends, through your elders, with this activation through the 11th house. And this is especially a time where you can receive a lot of nurturing, a lot of understanding, a lot of empathy through your neighbors, and a big time of receiving emotional support and assistance through any difficulties within your life through this time. So, counseling and connecting to others at a deeper level is huge at this time. This also expands your dreams as this is a full moon at its heightened state. This is giving big ideas, this is giving big future plans where many of you coming into this full moon are thinking about where are you going to go in the future? What is it that you want to achieve at this time? And with this happening within the Mula Nakshatra, this is a big time of evaluating the foundation, the roots, the deeper understanding behind your life patterns, and making sure that everything is aligned with your future plans and goals. For those of you with a Pisces moon or Pisces ascendant, this will be a full moon within your 10th house. So, this is a big time of career and opportunities opening up through this full moon. This is really blessing you, and especially with the moon controlling your 5th house, very auspicious, where this is giving you a lot of opportunities to take on a greater role and responsibility in life. And this is a big position where this can increase your popularity and put you in a position of leadership or authority, especially of leadership that involves caring, nurturing, empathy through this full moon effect. Big time, though, to evaluate your past, as this will be in opposition to your 4th house where the sun, the spotlight, is at this time. And so this is a huge time of looking at your past, at your family, at your comfort, your state of mind, making sure that everything is in the proper balance, as this will greatly affect how you are coming off to the public through that 10th house as well. So this has been my interpretation of this full moon happening here on June 24th in the sign of Sagittarius within the nakshatra of Mula. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like as well as a comment. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell. If you are interested in learning more on Vedic astrology, I do have a course available in the Facebook group, Astrology Lessons with Daquan Jones. I will leave a link for that down below in the description along with the comments. If you have not checked out those videos on these major retrogrades that we are currently going through, make sure to check that out. I will leave links above and down below. I want to thank you all so much for joining. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.